up? It's Vince Leo from vinceleo.com, and I'm hanging out with my friend Anna.
Hey!
Now Anna, you have a YouTube channel, you do a lot of recipes, and you were telling me that you have a recipe for an awesome vegan burger.
I do indeed. So welcome to the Bow and a Dash of Moxie kitchen. I'm going to show you a lentil and leek burger. It's completely vegan and delicious.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm hungry.
That's good. I'm glad.
All right, so let's make some burgers.
Let's do it. So we're gonna start off by preparing some lentils. Now you wanna make sure that you're not doing the mushy lentils. You want a lentil that's gonna hold up in the cooking so that the burger doesn't fall apart. So green lentils are good for this, or brown lentils, but red lentils, probably not so much. And it's just 1 cup of lentils for 3 cups of water. You wanna let that boil, bring it down to a simmer, and let it simmer for like 20 or 30 minutes, just until they're like nice, soft consistency. So the next thing you wanna do while those lentils are cooking is we're just gonna prep some leeks. These are leeks. They're like huge green onions. And if you aren't familiar with leeks or you haven't cooked with them before, you don't wanna use this stuff and you don't wanna use this stuff. You just wanna use this like little happy medium. This is the happy space here, you guys. All right. So we're just gonna cut them up into little discs. Okay, so now we are just gonna caramelize these leeks. And you don't need to do them very specifically. Like they can just kind of be like different sizes and stuff like that because we're gonna chuck them in the food processor later anyway. So now we are just going to put them on the stovetop, and we're gonna add a little bit of tamari, which is like gluten-free soy sauce. And then we're gonna add a little bit of maple syrup to that as well. And some coconut oil. While the leeks are still cooking, caramelizing away over there, we're gonna start chucking some stuff into this food processor. So basically, for this recipe, you just need to cook stuff and then whack it in here. So we are going to take our lentils and we are just gonna chuck them in here, y'all. You don't really want the water in there, but you know what, if it gets in there, just stay hydrated. We are gonna add 1/2 cup of raw walnuts in there. And this is really great for the consistency of the burger. I've found that it's not the easiest thing in the world making vegan burgers. Sometimes they're either like super dry, or they're like crumbly and they'll fall apart, or they're like too moist and then it sort of just like gushes out the sides. This is the perfect one. A tablespoon of nutritional yeast, the nooch. Now we're gonna add a teaspoon of thyme. You can use fresh thyme if you'd like, or this, I mean, it doesn't specifically have to be thyme. I just think this is a really nice combo for this burger. But you can use you can use basil or any other herb that you want as well. Then we're gonna do a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Then we're gonna do a teaspoon of liquid smoke. Now, one sec. Uno momento. Liquid smoke. The funny thing about this is that it's actually used in bacon, in like regular bacon, which I didn't know until I was watching, I think, Lauren Toyota's video recently. But it's used in bacon to flavor bacon. So you can use this in other things. And it's like what they're using to make the meat taste like they want it to, but we can do that with walnuts, lentils, anything you want. So there we go. So teaspoon of that, it goes a long way. Don't do too much. Then we're gonna do a tablespoon of tamari again. So it's like a soy sauce. If you prefer soy sauce, you can do that instead. And then for this one, again, this is kind of a funny one. You can use A1, or this is vegan Worcestershire. Worcestershire. You know how to say it. You know what I'm talking about. Worcestershire. So this is vegan Worcestershire. It took me actually a long time to find this. We finally found some and I'm super pumped. So I'm gonna use this instead because I usually use A1. Can't find this, get the A1. It's vegan, how funny. I always find that funny when, you know, like things that traditionally go with meat are vegan. Okay, next we are gonna add some chili powder. I feel like this is great for burgers. This is just a great like thing to add on to any vegan meat substitute. We're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of all of these herbs here. We're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of this chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon of this paprika, Again, this adds like a really nice smoky thing, helps with the making it really taste like meat. And now we're gonna add some garlic powder. Love garlic powder. I put this on everything, y'all. And we're gonna do, again, about, let's say half a teaspoon, generous, half a teaspoon. And then we're gonna do just a little bit of salt and pepper. We're gonna do some pink Himalayan sea salt. And this is just a dash, like a dash of Moxie, but Himalayan pink sea salt. And a dash of black pepper. Get a wiggle. Look at that, y'all, it's coming together. I mean, it's looking really good so far. It smells good, doesn't it? It smells good in here. Okay, I think our leeks might be ready. So here are our leeks, nice and caramelized. Yum, yum, yum. I mean, how beautiful is that? All right, now we're just gonna smack this on in here. Next up, we have 2 ingredients left, y'all. Next up, we have a flax egg. What's that, you say? What is this? All right, so this is basically made from ground up flax seeds. And what we have in here is just a tablespoon of ground flax seeds and 3 tablespoons of water. I like to use filtered cool water, but you can use tap water. And it doesn't have to be cool. You can do whatever you want here. But yeah, it just gives it this real like eggy consistency. And it's a great binder. A lot of people use this in vegan baking. It's great. It's fun to play with. Your kids can do that if you have children. All right, last ingredient here. Gluten, this is Vital wheat gluten, and gluten is gonna be your bestie, your BFF in these burgers. I know that a lot of people are allergic to gluten, don't eat gluten, yada, 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 which, yeah, absolutely. But for me, I feel like the burgers that I've liked the most and the burger that sort of like sticks together the best for me is with Vital wheat gluten. Now you can definitely use a non-gluten flour for this part of it, but I don't think it works as well. And if you do, you're gonna wanna add a little bit more of the flax eggs just to help it bind together a little bit better. So I'm actually gonna just add a little, very, very little bit of this to begin with, and then we're gonna pulse it, and then we're gonna add some more. So this is 1 cup of Vital wheat gluten. It is vital in this recipe. Terrible. Let's pop this sucker on and go for it. Oh man, that smells good. All right, we're gonna add the rest of our Vital wheat gluten here. And 1 more. Okay, so when everything starts kind of moving around together like that, that's when you know you're good to go. We're just gonna double check it. Oh yeah, that consistency is great. So you want it to be like, you know, a little bit, you want it to stick together, but it still has like, you know, it's not like super gummy or anything like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of olive oil. I just like did a tiny little bit of olive oil onto my hand. And then we're just gonna massage it on here. And we're not gonna be baking these burgers, but I am going to form the patties and put them here and then just chuck them in the freezer for about 10 minutes just to help them really like solidify and stay together. And that's just probably my biggest tip for this recipe, is doing that, because if you go straight from here, straight onto the stove top, then they might not be as svelte, let's say. So let's take about that much, which is like, let's see. I have small hands, but yeah, about that much of it. And then we're just gonna form these little patties. You don't wanna use coconut oil for the tray because coconut oil gets hard when it gets cold. So it might just make the patties stick to the tray. You don't want that. So olive oil is good for that. All right, so you just wanna form them into a little patty. Okay, so you just wanna cook them with a little bit of oil. I use some coconut oil, and then you wanna do like 5 minutes on each side, but you just wanna make sure that they're nice and brown and that they've firmed up. And the oil's really gonna help with that. So I'm gonna give these just a few more minutes, and then we're gonna plate it. Y'all, this legit looks like a burger. Come on now. Okay, so we're putting on some vegan cheese. We've got a patty, tomato, lettuce, another patty, some red onion, some avocado, some vegan mayonnaise. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so excited. That's larger than my head. That is larger than my head. Shall we? I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna go half in, yeah? Here we go. 3, I should have warmed up for this. 2, 1. Oh my gosh. That's so good. I'm gonna do the second half, which is the top now. I'm a lady. Y'all, is out of control. I get so excited about vegan food, I really do. Like, that's so cool to me.
All right, Anna, so thanks for joining me today and showing us how to make this awesome lentil leek vegan burger.
Absolutely, happy to do it.
Awesome, make sure you subscribe to Anna's channel, Bo and a Dash of Moxie. Link for that channel is in the description box below. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel as I post new videos every week, and leave me a comment. Let me know what is your favorite vegan burger to make at home. And remember to keep living fit from food, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.